Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Gabriela Stefani. I'm from Management of Putra Batam University. My present here is to explain material regarding formal business report or proposal. I upload this video for completing course assignment of English written for business communication. As for the teach of the English for written business communication is by Miss Anna. First, I will explain the structure of business report. Everybody formal business report must have a cover. The cover is made so that readers clearly know the title of business report, the name of the company, and the date the business report was prepared. Number two, executive summary. Executive summary is a summary from formal business report. The summary contains about important point of business report. Adapun fungsi dari ringkasan eksekutif ini ialah untuk memberikan gambaran singkat tentang dokumen, menyampaikan informasi penting tentang perusahaan, proyek, dan juga departemen, serta untuk menarik minat pembaca untuk membaca dokumen lebih lanjut. An executive summary usually includes problem statement, solution, expectation result, and conclusion. Number 3, table of contents atau biasa disebut daftar isi. Make it easier for readers and writers to find information and organize reports. Number 4, introduction atau pendahuluan. The introduction explains the purpose of the report, the scope of the analysis, and relevant background. This session helps readers understand the context of the business report. Number 5, body atau isi dari laporan. The content of this body usually include the data to be present, analysis, and recommendation. Number 6, recommendation. The recommendation itself contains recommend action before makes a decision of a business. Number 7, appendix atau biasa disebut lampiran. Appendix are supporting data that will show to readers. Secondly, I will explain the use of language in discussing findings. When discussing findings in formal business report use. Number 1, objective language atau biasa disebut bahasa objektif. Avoid emotion language. For example, like excellent or poor. Use neutral terms. Focus on facts and data. Next, precise vocabulary atau kosakata tepat. Untuk memilih kosakata yang tepat, gunakan istilah terms atau istilah teknis. Gunakan specific metrics atau metrik tertentu. Dan yang terakhir, avoid ambiguity atau hindari ambigu. Next, formal tone atau nada normal. Avoid contraction atau hindari kontraksi. Use passive voice atau biasa disebut gunakan kalimat pasif. And the last, avoid colloquialism atau hindari bahasa sehari-hari. Next, clear struktur atau struktur yang jelas. Use headings and subheadings. Gunakan judul dan juga subjudul. Organize findings logics. Susun temuan secara logis. Use bullet point or numbered list. Gunakan poin-poin atau daftar bernomor. Next, concise expression atau ekspresi singkat. Dalam hal ini, kita harus menghindari kata-kata yang tidak perlu. Gunakan kalimat yang ringkas, fokus pada temuan-temuan utama. Selain itu, kita juga harus menggunakan action organized language atau bahasa yang berorientasi, give example, berikan contoh, dan menyediakan best practice atau praktik terbaik. Third, I will explain about writing the conclusion of a formal business report. Menulis kesimpulan tentunya tidak boleh sembarangan. Ada beberapa hal yang harus diperhatikan dalam menulis kesimpulan, antara lain seperti summary of key points, yaitu mengulangi kembali poin-poin yang penting, review of findings, yaitu menyoroti temuan atau hasil analisis, recommendation, mengulangi kembali tindakan yang disarankan, dan terakhir, closing statement, yaitu menutup pernyataan dengan profesional dan juga kuat. Fourth, I will explain about writing recommendation. How to write the right recommendation? I will give you tips writing correct recommendation. Number 1, make sure the recommendations are related to the analysis and findings. Number 2, use formal and objective language. Number 3, avoid ambiguous sentence. 4, give priority to recommendation. 5, include estimate and benefit costs. 6, make sure recommendations are realistic and implementable. Fifth, I will explain about essential skill in formal business report. There are several skills in business report, including writing skill, analysis skill, communication skill, and other skill. Number 1, writing skills atau keterampilan menulis. Clarity, the ability to convey ideas clearly and easily understood. Next, conciseness, the ability to convey information briefly and precisely. Next, precision, the ability to convey information accurate in a detail. Next, objectivity, the ability to convey information neutral and without bias. Number 2, analysis skill atau keterampilan analisis. Data analysis, ability to analyze data and present the result. Critical thinking, the ability to evaluate information and make decisions. Next, problem solving, ability to identify and solve problem. Next, strategic thinking, ability to plan business strategy. Number 4, other skill atau skill lainnya. Time management, the ability to manage time. Next, research, the ability to search and collect information. Next, attention to detail, ability to notice small mistakes. Next, ethical awareness, ability to understand business ethics and report information honestly. Number 3, communication skill atau keterampilan berkomunikasi. Effective communication, the ability to convey information effective. Next, audience awareness, the ability to understand the needs and interests of readers. Next, clear structure, ability to organize report logics. Next, visual communication, ability to use graphs, table, and illustration. Last, I will explain about proposal. Yang pertama, saya akan menjelaskan definisi dari proposal itu sendiri. A business proposal is a written document that outlines a business plan, objective, strategic, and budget to achieve specific goals. It's typically present to investor or findings agency, partner or collaborator, client or customer, and the last, internal stakeholder. Selanjutnya, saya akan menjelaskan tentang struktur-struktur dari proposal itu sendiri. Yang pertama ada cover page, selanjutnya ada executive summary, introduction, market analysis, product or service description, marketing plan, financial plan, conclusion, and the last, appendix. Selanjutnya saya akan menjelaskan isi dari proposal itu sendiri. Yang pertama ada business background and objective. Yang kedua ada SWOT analysis atau seperti strength, weakness, opportunities, dan juga threats. Ketiga, ada target market and marketing strategic. Keempat, ada financial projection seperti budget dan juga revenue. Yang kelima, ada implementation plan and timeline. Dan yang terakhir ada benefit and advantage for investor or stakeholders. Selanjutnya, dan yang ini akan menjadi yang terakhir dari penjelasan saya kali ini, saya akan menjelaskan jenis-jenis proposal bisnis. Number 1, new business proposal. Number 2, business expansion proposal. Number 3, merger and acquisition proposal. And the last, franchise proposal. That's the explain of the material. If there are mistakes in pronunciation, I apologize. Thank you for your time all and see you again.